a couple of polls that we have curated for you people regarding maintenance and all. So our team member will be, dropping them along the way. So once again, I welcome and thanks for all the responses and being, let's make this as an interactive session. So now let's get this started. Let me hand over to one of my teammates, Nazia, who will introduce our speaker.
Hi, thank you, Ishwar. Hello, everyone. I'm Nazia, working as a sales representative in Propel Apps. Let me take the pleasure to invite a speaker for today's session, Mr. Madhu Kasireddy. Madhu is currently working as a product manager at Propel Apps with over 17 years of expertise in the enterprise asset management domain. He specializes in maintenance, consulting, and product management with extensive experience helping customers across many industries. He is passionate about leveraging AI and innovative technologies to optimize maintenance and operational efficiency across asset-intensive sectors. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madhu, for having on board.
Thank you, Nazia.
Thank you, Nazia, for the intro. So we also have a quick poll. I would ask Tanuja to take over and drop us a quick poll for the team.
Hello everyone, I'm Tanuja, Digital Marketing Executive at Propel Apps. I'll be sharing few quick polls to keep this session more interactive. So please take a moment to respond when they pop up. So let's start our first poll.
Thanks, Tanuja, for the poll. So we are waiting for the responses. What typically causes the biggest delay in resolving maintenance issues? We would like to know, what would be your responses? We see a good number of responses, Madhu sir. So we would like to, take over from here.
Yeah, thank you, Ishwar and team, and I hope you can hear me well. Just checking. So thanks everyone for joining the webinar today. Quickly, I'm seeing a very good mixed responses in the poll. So before we go and talk about the topic, so quickly agenda. Welcome and introduction, which we just started, and I'll be covering a role of an AI in the industrial maintenance, and we will be having our application and solution live demo, which is a technician assistant AI chatbot, and followed by question and answers. So quickly, if you see the poll, right, so it's all about how the challenges basically the technicians and rest of the end users, frontline workforce faces in the field, right? So if you see, if you go back and think of a decade ago, right? So we all have manuals, which is paper-based, and where all the technicians, the people who are working in the field, they're going through that papers, and you typically, while technicians working on the assets, they wear gloves, their hands are dirty, and they have all oil on their grease on their hands, right? It's not kind of easy to go through the manuals, right? And a lot of the knowledge that stays with seniors who worked on that same assets and same machines, right? And which basically most of the new people doesn't know what's happening on the machine, right? So, and which basically leading to a lot of time taking, asset downtime, increasing the time to fix the machine, and a lot of operational cost, right? And now we are in the era of digitalization, right, where the papers are converted to PDFs, and all the back office and paper-based processes are converted to digital solutions. But still, that PDFs, the frontline workforce has to go through and search for the required information, right? And there are a lot of applications are there where the information is scattered. It's not in one place, or where one place you can ask and look for information. So the end of the day, the digitalization has sped up the things up, but still it is having not eliminating the friction that technician has to spend a lot of time looking for guidance and help, and the time that taking to solve the problem, right? So this is where the AI changes everything, right? So thinking of an AI chatbot where the technicians doesn't need to go through any manuals or any search. So they need to just simply ask questions in a simple language. So where AI instantly references an entire library of manuals, where each manual is having hundreds of pages, and AI is delivering the response, which is specific response, I say, and step-by-step instructions along with images, and which is on the, right on their mobile devices, which they are carrying in the field. Here, we are not just making this information digital. So this, through AI chatbot and this solution, we are making information accessible, actionable, and available to technicians anytime, anywhere while working on the field. So the expertise is not going to be just limited with a few. It's part of their regular workflow. So this is how we drive towards zero downtime. That is like a kind of a goal, and that's what every maintenance teams works towards, and gain maximum operational efficiency, right? So this solution, which is powered by Propel Apps, it's not just about smarter technology. It's about empowering your frontline workforce to be faster, safer, and more independent, and that's going to be a real-time game changer. So with that, so I'm going to just introduce our AI chatbot, which is AI Technician Assistant. What capabilities, what features, what problem solvers we are giving to a frontline workforce. So basically, so there is no more scrolling up through like 200-page, 300-page manuals. They need to just use this AI chatbot and just ask a question in a plain, simple language, and get that responses from any kind of manual, from any number of manuals within your own document management system or any ERP or any kind of system. So it will search answers for you, right? And it's not just answers, it's not just responses. It gives a step-by-step instructions which is required for the technicians how to fix the machine, right? So the chatbot delivers clear, bite-sized instructions along with visuals and tables. So every technician knows exactly what to do with 100% confidence. And it's sometimes, you're looking for the responses where you have a similar kind of assets across your plant, right? So all these frequently asked questions are readily available within your chatbot, where you don't need to type within the chatbot, which is like, instead of chasing down senior experts or guessing, or technicians now kind of get best solutions sourced from entire knowledge base already stored in your database management. And this application, this solution, basically AI chatbot, is fully integrated with maintenance, mobile asset maintenance application, and mobile asset maintenance is fully integrated with your SAP S/4HANA ERP, right? So the information that flowing from SAP system to the mobile asset maintenance, your regular work order and rest of the data. And these regular work orders and the assets that are linked with your work orders, having those all kind of manuals, whether it is stored within the SAP S/4HANA or any third-party document management system. So the AI chatbot will go and fetch the information from all those manuals. So it could be entire manuals, and tomorrow it could be specific to the work orders that you are looking with, and whatever the assets that are linked with those work orders only, right? So that's how the chatbot is going to work effectively, right? And this AI-driven chatbot can cut maintenance ticket resolution by up to 40%. So end of the day, the technicians and maintenance teams and management are looking to improve the operational efficiency and reduce the downtime and increase the asset uptime. So faster, more accurate fixes translate to higher production uptime and smoother operation across the plant. And it's also increasing the efficiency, right? Organizations which are already integrating and adapting AI solutions, they're reporting up to a 30% reduction in manual processing, and we're waiting for information, waiting for help, talking to experts. This is where they're getting response in seconds and fixing the machine problems. So this substantial improvement frees the skilled technicians from routine paperwork and data entries and waiting for help, and they can focus on more problems where they can fix the problems, the other asset problems, rather than taking more time to fix one problem at a time. So the end result, higher operational efficiency, increased output, and more empowered maintenance team. That's what maintenance management and the entire management maintenance supervisors, they look for, like increasing the efficiency of frontline workforce. So this is this slide shows what we have gone through the journey, right? How we are trying to deliver the solution and what value it is going to generate, right? So it's like a speed, accuracy, and real value, which the goal of the solution to deliver to our customers. So one is basically it's the chatbot that we have integrated. It can pull relevant answers with images, even from complex manuals with stronger security and relevance controls. And also it just doesn't read. Yeah, maybe I can just take a 1 minute pause where you have a poll, right? I request everyone to respond to the poll. What or which AI feature would you like to introduce in your maintenance operations? Team, let me know just once the poll is ended so that I can continue.
Yeah, Madhu, we have got a couple of responses. Yeah, most of them are seeking for the first option.
Awesome. Yeah, I can see 23 responses, and out of 23, like 70% are looking for GenAI-powered chatbot for
Yes.
instant support.
That's great. Yeah.
Very much bang on. Great. So I think we are talking the right topic, right solution in the right time. So yeah. So coming back, like what we are trying to deliver through this solution, right? And how we are doing it, and what we are doing it, and some of the things that we have planned in the coming quarter as part of our release, right? So as I mentioned, so AI doesn't just read text from the manuals, right? But actually extract the information and uses that information from images within your manuals to provide practical on-the-job answers, right? And we are always pushing for faster performance. That's what the end goal, and that's what team wants when they are on the field. Our recent efforts focus on backend optimization and catching, and soon batch query support will allow us to handle more requests in very less time. And with this solution, we are looking at real world demands, right? To support hundreds of documents at once, and ongoing work to include more formats like documents, PowerPoints, and if you have any other documents, different formats, right? So today the live demo that I'm going to show, it's going to be like a couple of manuals which are PDF format, but end of the quarter, the chatbot is going to support the other document formats as well. And this just not again a chatbot. It's a talking to manuals and getting the response. We are going to make build personalized context-aware support where chatbot can respond based on user roles and technician notes, because you might have a lot of manuals, which is troubleshooting manuals, installation guides, standard operation procedures, but there might be hundreds of machine breakdowns or a preventive maintenance which has happened on that particular assets, which has resolved previously by other technicians or same technicians. While they fixed it, they might have captured some important information which is required to fix that machine. So the chatbot in the coming days, it's going to read the history of asset which has been done in the previously, either preventive or corrective or a breakdown. It will read both manuals and history as well. And all these improvements just reflect our long-term commitment, because we have spent very good amount of time to address a real technician pain point, not just adding flashy features. And we are already developing more powerful capabilities for the next quarter, like AI powered work request generation, and scanning the image of the asset, finding the faults using AI powered scheduler assistant, which can help to schedule and find the right technicians, and AI powered digital forms, which are checklist generation, right? So that's a few things which we kind of working and which we are working towards future development. So with this, I'll take you quickly to the solution, how it looks like, and how AI chatbot is going to work here. So just give me a couple of seconds where I can bring the application here. Hope you can see my screen. I'm quickly going to showcase how this chatbot is going to help and work, right? So the screen that you're looking at, this is our mobile asset maintenance application. Once you log in to the application, and it will sync all the data to mobile database from your SAP HANA system based on the preferences you set. And it is kind of a live connected system with a backend system where it brings all the transactions like work orders, work requests like notifications, asset information, and you can see some of safety transactions like work permits and work clearances as well, right? So you see the transaction, I'm going to work orders, where I'll start launching AI chatbot that you see the bottom right corner of this application, right? So all this information which you are seeing live work orders coming from SAP, which is showing all the information. Now I just started my AI chatbot, and maybe I'll just start, with simply saying, hi, right? What it says to me, right? You can see it says immediately, hey there, how can I help you today, right? So in the same chatbot screen, you can see on the bottom, right, there are a couple of questions already there, right, which we call it frequently asked questions. So for now, we are showing like top 5 frequently asked questions in the bottom, where the questions you can scroll, left and right, and see if any of the same question or similar problem that you're looking for. So you can simply select that, and immediately it provides response. So I selected one question, so it is showing the response, and it is all given step-by-step instructions. What is that fault about, right? I just pulled what should I do when I get IGBT temperature fault. And I'm also looking at the sources. So I have multiple documents in my document management system, but I pulled the right source. So this is the document where I got response. You can see IGBT temperature, and there are 4 instructions as given to fix that fault, right? So this is a frequently asked question. Now think about, like, I'm typing a question where I'm asking AI a question, right? So I'm looking for a response. So there is a fault, right? I'm looking for a keypad button should be used. What keypad button should be used to drive into local control mode, right? So it immediately fetched from the one of the a manual, and it says location remote key on the keypad is the right key to switch that drive into local mode, right? So this is, if you see, this response is a simple response, right, where it shows quick answer, right? I'll try to ask one more question, right, where the response is a table format, right? Now you can see immediately the response, it shows a quick response of the question and the table, right? Because that particular question which I asked has a table response. So it clearly, you can see the columns and rows with details. If you have extra columns, you can simply scroll left and right and view the details, right? So let me ask one more question, right? So from a different, motor related. So where I want to know, the table, the grease quantity per end shield side of at least 5 different NEMA frame sizes for ABB induction motors. So again, so for my question, so it is fetching the data from manuals. Roughly, I have maybe some 20 manuals in my system today, right? It is going and fetching the data. Now, again, you can see the table format. It is showing all the NEMA frames with the respective torque answer, right? So the third type of question, now I'm going to put it here, is where I'm looking at some response, step-by-step instructions, along with some images where it can help me, right, to take certain actions, right? So now I asked a question to find out how to work with the lifting of a motor and what safety precautions I need to take. It shows the images as well. If you have a more than one image, so there is an option that you can go left and right and see all the images as well. Now let me try one more question where I want to see simple control panel or a display panel instructions. What is about each key by key? What is those keys about? So it shows all the keys which is there in that display panel, right? And here is the display panel which shows all the numberings of keys, and you have that instructions already shown in the chatbot. So this is how quickly our chatbot will read the manuals and entire, this system is not now checking with respect to only one asset or a couple of assets. It's checking the entire document management system and bringing the response from the respective manuals. And if you have a something like a same motor or a same pump, but it is there in a multiple manuals, it gives all the sources as well if it is bringing the response from multiple sources. Let me also quickly show you one more type of response, and it's very simple, but it's where I try to do manual audio input. So where I can some of the times, if you are not in a position to type or something, right, which takes little time, where you can do manual input. I'm giving an input through audio. How do I know it takes 0 drive? So I'm not doing any keyboard input here. I just given my command through voice. So it is sent to chatbot, and chatbot is giving me response. In either the case, so you'll get responses, and you can go through the information. And of course, we are working on like if the response you want to hear in the audio, right, rather than reading, yes, we are working on it. So with that, I'll quickly go back to how this change is going to drive in the maintenance domains, right? So basically, it's AI is not a future, right? So AI is already, it's present, right? So it's already started rewriting the rules of maintenance. So now it's how the rest of the industry is already adapting the change. So it's like we are living behind the days of endless searching, missed steps, and unnecessary downtime. And around the globe, leading industries are already leveraging AI to empower every technician and transforming them into confident, independent problem solvers. Right now, it's the time to ask ourselves: are you, and your teams are ready? What's next? Right? It's like clinging to traditional tools just isn't enough anymore, because, as I said, AI is present. So they slow you down and limit your impact in a rapidly changing world. So it's embracing next generation AI technology will revolutionize how you work. It's not just faster, it's a smarter, safer, and more empowering than ever. So the question is, will you lead the change or watch from the sidelines? Yeah, so yeah, maybe I think yeah, Ishwar, let's have the poll, then we can proceed to the question and answers.
Yeah, thanks, Madhu. Thank you so much for walking our audiences with with what AI can do, how it can transform the maintenance teams out there across different industry verticals. So moving on, dear audiences, let's move on to the next session with quick poll. Tanuja, can you just drop the quick poll to the audiences? Yeah. So we would like to know, as we understood what AI can do. So we'd like to know, where are you in the GenAI adoption journey?
The responses are coming very quickly. That's nice. That's great.
Let's give a few more seconds. Madhu, the option third is spiking.
Yeah, constraining strongly.
Yeah, and and we see strangely that no one is implemented and no one is using it.
Yeah, I mean, either extreme or lowest. It's like no one, at least everybody is planning, but not went up to implementation. So I can see responses under researching and considering strongly.
Yeah. Thank you so much, audience. So now moving on to the next session, we have QA session enabled. Now the floor is all yours. Hope you whatever our speaker has walked you through the demo, or at any stage, if you have any questions arised, and now you would like to drop them or shoot at us, you can drop them in Q&A. We'd like to our team and our we would be like to answering them. Now it's all yours.
Yeah, team, feel free to drop questions. So while team dropping the questions, maybe sure, why don't we ask, like, if really so many people are strongly considering, so many teams are strongly considering the AI into their regular use cases, why don't we see, like, what's the plan, right? Maybe you can put a next poll before we get some questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you can start the poll, but I got a question, like, how does the Propel Apps chatbot function in environments with intermittent or no network connectivity, which is common in large plants? So this is a very well considered scenario, because this is very regular, where frontline teams works in the field where assets are not located in the regular network area, or maybe located but network is not stable, right? So the current version of the application, yes, it works with a network, right? But the plan is going to have the solution in the, like, a phase one, where you can see all the frequently asked questions and very generic questions need to be available in the offline mode. And within next 2 quarters, the roadmap is to make this solution completely available in offline mode as well. However, the way it is working in online, it should work in offline as well. That's the plan. And thanks for asking the question.
Yeah, we are expecting a few more questions as we have a few more minutes left for this session. Before that, how about a quick poll? Yeah, we got a question from Sunil, Madhu.
Yeah. How does Propel Apps differentiate itself from other chatbot solutions in the SAP intelligent asset management ecosystem and IBM Maximo AI assistant? So one thing we can say, like if you see certain transactions that you look at in our application, some are there in ERP, some are there not in a ERP, right? So all transactions are not provided in one single ERP, right? So if you see some of the maintenance transactions, safety transactions, some meter management transactions, and offline capabilities, right? But where this AI chatbot is integrated with every record that is coming to our solution, irrespective of whether it is there in the ERP or not, whatever the manuals that are linked with those records, we are going to fetch the information from all those documents. So that's what I can say the differentiation factor for Propel Apps. And for your information, our application, our solution works with SAP and Oracle ERP, and we can integrate with any other ERPs as well. Yeah.
Thanks for the question, Sunil. Anyone else from the audience? We are still open. So meanwhile, someone comes up with a question. Let's go with another poll, Madhu. Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Tanuja, could you please drop on a new poll? Yeah, here comes the question. So when are you planning to implement GenAI in your maintenance operations? Yeah. Fine, we see a good responses over there. So most of them, would like to implement in the next 6 months, Madhu.
Yeah, that's great. I think, yeah, that's all from my side. But yeah, over to you, Ishwar, to talk about support and how teams and people can reach out to us. And thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Madhu. Once again, it was really an insightful session for our audiences on how to leverage, AI in the maintenance operations. We see one more question, Madhu, from Sunil.
Any solutions from Propel for the medium and small enterprises where ERPs aren't implemented? And my last question would be, regardless large-scale organization, how do you ensure data security and compliance when the chatbot interacts with sensitive asset data? Yeah, so first part of the questions, basically we have certain transactions which works without any ERP systems, such as if you see, we call it work request in a SAP terminology, it's a notifications, right? So that works even without ERP, right? Work permits, work clearance management. So the strong part is like the work orders and assets are integrated with ERPs, but the infrastructure, the architecture that we built, it's easy to have that independent backend system, which we call it database, with a few scenarios and validation needs to taken care, because we know how work orders notification, that entire mechanism works. Yeah, for your question, I think it's not a kind of a ready to plug and play, but it can be possible. Yes, it's both if on premise, right, and cloud. It's possible both ways. And feel free to drop questions, so we will do respond through email, right, if it is kind of not answering all your questions in today's session. I think we have only 1 minute. Thank you all. It's over to you, Ishwar.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Madhu, patiently answering all the questions. Thank you so much, everyone who have joined this session. We made some value to all the people who have joined. And if anyone would like to explore our solutions more and look at how our GenAI chatbot can change their maintenance operations, so you are free to reach out to us. We have shared our link as well, the product link, and as well as you can contact us. We have shared the contact link as well. Once this session is done, as promised, as housekeeping notes, you will be delivered this webinar recording, and we'll also be following up with the kind of assets and as well as the resources which will help you in your journey. So this is one more important thing, that this is our first maintenance towards transforming maintenance operations, and there will be a lot of webinars coming up. So stay tuned. And once again, thank you so much for everyone joining us, and thank you team for taking care of all the background work. Thank you so much, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you.